What's up, NASCAR Heat 2 fans? David Land here, and welcome to the Pocono doubleheader weekend. Camping World Trucks and Xfinity, two races, one weekend. I screwed that up. Let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get to Pocono. Let's qualify in our Camping World Truck. So here we are at Pocono. This is a place where in the hot seat challenges, I screwed myself out of a Brad Keselowski contract. Let's not make that same mistake twice. I think we need a little revenge here at Pocono. Well, shoot. On the warm-up lap, I smacked the wall coming out of turn 3. We're about to cross the line and qualify last. Yeah. Oh, 2 seconds off the pace. Oh, good job, David. Good job. Alright, let's rectify that qualifying situation by getting racing here at Pocono. And I just realized I'm not sure Xfinity races at Pocono, so we may not be doing a double duty weekend. We may be going somewhere else. Who knows? We'll find out very shortly as we are racing here at Pocono at least once in the trucks. I actually attended this race in 2016. It was the caution clock race that didn't have a caution clock because they crashed so many times. The caution clock became unnecessary. So I never had to witness a caution clock race. I feel so proud of myself for that. But we are running up the top and giving Austin Hill, a bit of a shot there into turn. Whoa, that's a little more than a shot. He got very, very loose and almost crashed, but somehow did not. And I just realized the stages are 3 laps here at Pocono. Forgot how short this race is from that perspective. So we've got to get on it here if we want any shot at playoff points here by the end of the stage number 1. And in the sucker hole here between Corbin Forster and Joe Nemechek. And boom, into the back of Nemechek, shoving him down the main straightaway, almost crashing off of Corbin Forster. That would have been unfortunate. I'm just going to shove Nemechek through, but he was slow in turn 1. I should have risen to the outside a little bit sooner than that. And is Nemechek? Nemechek's just going to put me in the wall. So he may be upset with me. That may be the extent of the AI being upset with you. I'm not sure. Putting you, kind of doing a Pruitt fade into you into the wall at Pocono. I guess that is AI being upset. I don't know. All right, to the outside we go. Around Joe Nemechek. In behind Todd Young, I think is his name. Tyler Young, not Todd. I don't know why I called him Todd. Boom! Just give him a little more of a shot down here into turn 1. And then once he kind of breaks away, we're going to pull around both of them. Maybe. Oh, my truck's very wide. Oh yeah, I forgot to loosen the truck up. That probably was my problem in qualifying. We still got 5 laps on the fuel. And Young's going to put me up in the wall as well. So clearly, they don't like me bump drafting them down at the front straightaway here at Pocono. And we're going to give Young a shot there. Try to get around at least one of the trucks in front of me. So around Tommy Joe Martin's we go. Get the truck kind of squirrely around the outside of turn 3 and up into 16th place by the end of the stage, which I believe is right now. Yeah, there you go. So end of stage number 1, and yeah, we're just about mid-pack. Everybody is pitting, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. We're not gonna pit. We're not gonna pit because we can make it to the end of this stage. I do not know about the end of the race, but you know, we'll pit at the end of the this stage, and then we'll for sure be able to go to the end. Don't know about everybody else. We'll find out. There's Ben Rhodes. Well, give me a shot, Ben Rhodes. We need a little bit of help here. But at least we're on the inside, which is probably going to help us get around Christopher Bell. Well, Bell will slot down in front of us. So we'll just give him a little bit of a shove there into the exit of turn 1. And down the backstretch we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. We get a nice draft here. Off into turn 2, get it kind of lowered down just a little bit. Rhodes still running up behind me, the guy who battled with me to the finish at Eldora. Oh, that was close. I ran a little bit too low in turn 3. Oh, that almost cost me too, because I maybe made a little bit of a late decision to block Ben Rhodes there. Thankfully kept him away. 1 lap to go in the stage. The stage is only 2 laps. You've got to be kidding me. No wonder I didn't pit. Why on earth is the stage only 2 laps? Was it this short when I ran it in the hot seats? Good God, man. What's the point of even having stages if they're going to be this short? I've got to question that logic for sure. Well, we'll try to chase down Christopher Bell for this stage win, despite the fact that we've got exactly 1 corner to do it, and really we only had 6 to begin with. And dive down, take a lot of curb off the corner, but it's not going to matter. Christopher Bell will win the stage. We'll put it in the wall because I took my hand off the controller. And we'll finish second, get 9 stage points. And everybody else is pitting again. So not sure why they pitted at the last stage, but whatever. We'll take some wedge out. Should I take all of the wedge out? Sure, why not? I guess we will. We've got 9 seconds to go. And repair the truck, 4 tires, fuel. And we fall to 10th because a few of the back markers decided, hey, you know what, let's stay out, take some track position. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for them. Oh, and one of the trucks just decided not to go, so thank God we were into the inside there. So 8 laps to go on our fuel. That will hopefully get us to the end. I think it will. Yeah, there's like 7 laps to go in the race. And out to the outside we go. And loosening up the truck was a great idea. What a shocker. And gave Mills a shot down the Long Pond straightaway. And Jennifer Jo Cobb is leading the race, for the love of God. What is going on? I maybe shoved Mills a little too hard in there. I couldn't actually pass him. So we've got 2 trucks to pass. Jennifer Jo Cobb, Matt Mills. And to the outside of turn 3. Truck working very well up here. And I think Jennifer Jo is going to lose the lead here as we cross in front. I don't think the crowd would be cheering me at that point. I think they'd be booing. I think everybody likes when the girls lead. It doesn't happen very much, but they like it. So let's move off into turn number 1. And there you go. Bye-bye, Jennifer Jo. Nice knowing you. Nice knowing you. 6 laps on fuel. 6 laps on the race. We are staying out this time. I do not care. Last time I made a mistake pitting before the end of the race. That is not happening this time. I don't care if I run out. Christopher Bell has moved up into second past Jennifer Jo Cobb, so now it is a battle for the lead between 2 trucks that are fairly fast, if I may say so myself. As I just clipped the yellow line there, very nice corner through turn 3, and we pull out a bigger lead here. Oh, 6 laps to go, 6 laps on the fuel. It is going to be a fuel mileage race, and I ain't looking at that fuel anymore. If I run out, I run out. I do not care. Well, as I really lift off big time through turn number 1. Maybe should have lifted on the entry. That way I would have had a good exit. And actually, Christopher Bell was able to pull in a little bit. He's definitely got a better run through turn 1. But I know I can drive through 2 and 3 much better than Christopher Bell, even though he is closing in once again. We're going to have to see how this goes. The last thing you want in a fuel mileage race is a guy fairly close to you. What'd you think I was going to say? I wasn't going to say anything. No, now Christopher Bell is all over the back of me. I clearly completely screwed up that corner. And now we have a race. It is a big race, and it's a big, beautiful race. There goes Christopher Bell trying to get to the inside. I slide the truck in turn 1. It is a battle for the lead here at Pocono. Okay. We got 4 laps remaining on the fuel. 4 laps to go in the race. Here comes Bell to the outside. Is he going to... Wow, he has got a lot of straight line speed. A lot of straight line speed. That is going to make things very difficult, but at least I can draft with him now. Boy, Christopher Bell has got a rocket ship of a truck, I can tell you that. Oh, but he looks a little bit loose in turn 3. Not going to quite clear him this time, but now I know where his weakness is. And we're just going to run up right behind him. Looks like, again, he's got way more straight line speed. We got trucks coming out of the pits. So those are the guys and gal who were leading the race just a little bit earlier. And we're actually going to pass Bell briefly. Oh, side-by-side action. A little bit of contact. Bell goes back to the lead. So I led for about a brief, probably half a second. As we're going to get a good run off of turn 2. We know we can get a good run into turn 3. So this is where I can make the pass if I get a really good exit. Wide entry, arc it down on the curb. And again, Bell, bad exit. But still nothing doing. We're going to have to get a run into turn 1 and more trucks peeling out of the pits. It is about to get really crowded in terms of lap trucks. We dive to the outside and this time take the lead from Christopher Bell fairly convincingly this time. I think we're going to clear him in turn 1, and indeed we do. So Christopher Bell falls back to second. We take the lead. There's the fuel alarm coming on now. 2 laps to go in the race. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is going to make things even more interesting now. As if it wasn't interesting enough. I think it's possible that Bell will come into the pits this time around. But we have got to stay out. I have no idea what else is going to happen. We've got 1 lap remaining on our estimated fuel. As we cross the line with 2 laps to go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Bell made a move to the inside, but he couldn't quite pull it off. Well, we're going to stay out as long as we possibly can, which may mean 1 extra lap. We may have to cross the line and just kind of hope and pray that we can make it around. I don't know what we're going to have to do here because Christopher Bell is still all over the back of us. It is a fuel mileage race. Yes, I know I'm low on fuel spotter. Well, we're going to try it. No, it's at 0 laps now. We can only make it around, I know I only can make it around a half a lap. We're going to have to peel off into the pits, but it looks like, well, Christopher Bell's going to wreck me going into the pits. And of course. Well, I get taken out going into the pits. We're going to have to take a can of fuel on. Bell will take the lead, or somebody will. Wow, what an unfortunate turn of events that is. I should have just stayed out at this point. Probably would have gotten a better finishing position despite running out of fuel. Oh, God almighty. 11th place. 12th place, 13th place, 14th place. That's disappointing. That is super disappointing. And we're almost out of gas again, but that doesn't matter at this point. Wow. Pocono is becoming a very difficult track to win at. Well, we're going to find out. Somebody's won the race. Somebody clearly had a way better strategy than I had. As we aren't even going to get to 14th, or past 14th place, to end this one. Wow. Wowie zowie. No, I'm not bringing her in. We're literally crossing the finish line to take 14th at Pocono. Ay. 14th. Man, that blows, dude. Who actually won the race? I'm interested in this. Myatt Snyder. Wow. I don't know how he pulled that off. I would have finished 4th, according to where Christopher Bell's position was. I guess I should have come in a lap earlier. I think if I'd come in a lap earlier, it would have made a difference, but there you go. There you go. What a shame that is. Okay. Well, we still got some winning, so we'll finally become a millionaire, which I guess is a good thing, right? There you go. And boom, millionaire. Just like that. In the points, we stay in 6th, but it's all good. All right. Let's head on to see where we're racing for Xfinity next. So, yeah, we did achieve a few more contracts there. Oh, where are we racing? Well, we're racing the 51. Do not know where the race is because it's just a generic logo. Okay. Oh, Iowa. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. I think we've already raced at Iowa, haven't we? If we haven't raced already, we're racing there now. So let's head to Iowa Speedway in the Xfinity Series. Even though our win streak is broken, we still have a pretty good win-to-start ratio. Here we go. All right, Iowa Speedway. I think this is either the first or second time we've run this in Xfinity, but we have had some truck success here. So I'm going to make some tune-up modifications to the car for qualifying. We're going to loosen her up and also play with the 4th gear ratio, because I've noticed in previous races here, when I've run here at Iowa Speedway in the Xfinity Series, that I've hit the top gear before I've run out of gear before I've reached the end of the straightaway. So we're going to play with that, and we're going to see what qualifying brings us. All right, we're going to start our qualifying lap here at Iowa Speedway. Might as well show this off, right? It's nice to see Iowa in the daytime. As we're going to run up kind of close to the outside. Maybe I loosened the car up a little too much, but hey, maybe the top lane is the fast one. Well, we're not hitting the rev limiter, which is a good sign. Car's still very tight off of the corner, just barely missed the wall, but we're going to qualify last. But we were only 3/10 off, so clearly, we did okay. If I had nailed turn 1, we probably would not have been last, so there's a positive. Let's go racing here at Iowa. Oh hey, we're actually racing in the day. What a shocker. Even though we're racing in what looks like the freaking apocalypse because it's like orange everywhere, but hey, who's complaining here? We're racing at Iowa. Can we do something with this? Can we make it 5 wins in 6 races? I just wrecked Garrett Smithley. Sorry, you're gonna need some flex seal for that. All that damage I just caused to your car. Good thing he has it. As we drive around the outside of the 40 car and now making a big run to the outside. I'm not going to have anywhere to go with it though. Oh, as we run off the outside wall, which is probably not a good thing to do. That is the risk of running loose at Iowa, is that you're going to be up at the top of the track. And the wall is up there. And the wall is bad. We don't want to hit the wall. So go around the outside of David Starr, to the outside of Matt Tift. Maybe. Woo! That was a lot of contact to get 29th position. And we got a flex seal car trying to avenge the demise of his other teammate. We'll just continue to run the outside lane because screw it. If it's open and available to me, I'll take it. And thank God I'm not hitting the rev limiter. That is such a nice thing, I can tell you. Oh, as we're going 4 wide. 4 wide. Dakota Armstrong is absolutely kicking butt there on the inside. As we are doing the same on the outside, but man, oh, we got a crash. Ryan Reed in the center of the track. Somehow I managed to avoid it. But clearly the patch isn't here yet because that should have been a yellow. That should have been a big time yellow. So Ryan Reed in trouble. Somehow, no yellow. but it has caused quite a bit of a separation in the field as we go way too wide once again around the outside of turn number 3. Well, I guess Reed is in the pits now. Big draft down into turn 1, almost 160 miles an hour into there, but going down 30 miles an hour to actually make the corner. So it's great about short track racing. He's having to drive the car around the track. As we get in behind Brendan Poole. Now we work to the outside once again around Stephen Light. Maybe around Stephen Light. Can we get Stephen Light? I think we will. There you go. Around the outside we go. Oh, and another crash. That was Brennan Gaughan there in trouble with David Starr. Somehow again everybody makes it through. Ryan Reed coming out of the pit, so clearly his spin was not a very long repair. Now the outside of Ryan Sieg. And again working our way around the outside of the track. And trying to get a draft here. Bubba Wallace, please don't block me, thank you. Dakota Armstrong still moving up through the field very nicely. Brandon Jones slow. Wow, so much attrition. So Brandon Jones is looking like he may be falling out of the race, or maybe he just lifted off because now he's suddenly back in contention. And we actually get to run low for once. As we slice all the way down to the inside, finally past Dakota Armstrong and possibly Kevin Harvick here, which we're able to do. And now to the outside of Justin Allgaier. And there's another Flex, well, this is the Flex Tape car. And down to the inside of Ben Rhodes we go. And we got the Smithfield car in trouble. I'm almost in trouble, but I thankfully got saved by Flex Tape, so no problem. 4 laps to go in stage number 1, so this is actually a sizable race, which is nice, seeing as the last 2 races, Pocono and Eldora, have been fairly small races. As wow, everybody just slowed down there mightily. Now we'll dive to the inside of Logano. Try to get there, try to get there, try to get there, and I think we may have cleared him. No, he's still to the outside. Now we've cleared him. And dive it down into turn 1, try to keep Brandon Jones behind us, which we're able to do. And we are up to P7, but it looks like we've had a few breakaway cars because there are a few cars that are just away from the rest of the field, way up front. But thankfully we're coming to the end of the stage, even though we've got Blake Cook having trouble there, falling behind a couple more cars. 2 laps to go in stage number 1. As one of the Flex Seal cars comes out of the pits, it's the 4 car, so that's Ross Chastain, I believe. So problems for Ross Chastain. Brad Keselowski, guidance counselor Brad, taking a very defensive line down the main straightaway. Actually, this really should be Sam Hornish, shouldn't it? Amazing we can do double duty. I guess the Cup guys can too. As we drive through the center and move up to 5th place. So now in behind Coleslaw Custard, but I don't think we're going to get to him before the end of the stage. And as you can see, the stage has ended. Eric Jones with a dominating drive so far. And it's all Xfinity regulars at the front, so that's interesting to see. Nobody is pitting, so we won't pit either unless somebody's trying to undercut the whole field, which they are not. In fact, there is going to need to be a stop before that. Well, I don't know. We're going to just take a risk here and stay out, because I think there may be 2 laps that will run under the yellow. Otherwise, we could have gotten a stage victory. Well, we'll get back to the green here. So 11 laps, 12 laps in the stage, so it is going to be possibly a green flag stop here at the end. Then again, I could just run the car out, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get a stage win by running the car out. Think we can do it? I don't know. We're going to find out. That's why we watch. As we wreck Blake Cook. I'm so sorry, Blake Cook. That was my fault. So sorry. And Blake Cook's luck continues in the way that it usually does. And we're going to drive down to the inside of Elliott Sadler, possibly new. William Byron hanging tough there as well. We're Work our way to the outside, dive down, maybe to the inside. Well, Byron's slow. We'll wreck him too. Screw all of your Xfinity regulars as we put him in the wall. So 10 laps to go in the stage. 9 laps on fuel. I'm not confident at all. But that means everybody else is going to be pulling into the pits, theoretically. So even if I run out, I could win this thing just by coasting across the line. We'll see. So we go around Elliott Sadler fairly easily. 9 laps to go on the stage. Well, this is the fuel mileage video, it seems. As we've got Sadler again looking to the inside, trying to get around. I've definitely got worn tires, that is for certain, because Sadler makes his move down to the inside. William Byron takes back 3rd place after I wrecked him out of it. But Byron very slow in turn 1. I think he caught the apron there and will take that position back. And Bubba Wallace all the way up to 5th. Great move from him. And Elliott Sadler just decided, hey, you know what? I don't want to take this commercial. Where did that word come from? Oh! That was contact with Sadler. This is not a clean race, that is for certain sure. And it looks like Sadler may be coming into the pits considering how low of a line he's running. And there you go. So I guess my contact was a little too much for Elliott Sadler. He said, screw that, we are not participating in this anymore. Erik Jones still dominating this race. Absolutely running away with it right now. But he may be coming in as well, so that would mean I take the lead as he's going to, yes, come into the pits. Erik Jones into the pits. Bubba Wallace into the pits. Who is even left in this thing? It looks like William Byron is P2. Brad Keselowski 3rd. Joey Logano 4th. And Daniel Suarez 5th. Suddenly, the Cup guys have taken over. What a shocker. They know how to save fuel. 4 laps to go on the fuel. We should be coming up to 4 laps to go in the stage. Hopefully, anyway. Meaning we could actually possibly make this now. Yes, 4 laps to go in the stage. So we could maybe possibly make this. That is my very, very astute observation about the stage strategy right now as it stands. So we work our way down the back straightaway, diving off into turn number 3. Just a little bit of gas in the center, and off we go. 2 laps just as we cross the line there. 3 laps to go on the stage. So again, gonna get very close on the fuel, and there you go. Low fuel alarm is on. We're lapping one of the Dylans. Maybe one of the Dylans is gonna try to wreck me. No shocker there. Kevin Harvick is looking very worse for wear. Kevin Harvick has been in some sort of an accident as we cross the line with 2 laps to go in the stage. And we almost wrecked Kevin Harvick. Ty Dillon moves back onto the lead lap, or I guess, I don't know if this is the lead lap or not. Probably actually it's 2 laps down. Where's the running order? Yeah, that is him fighting back for 2 laps down as we've just hit 0 laps. 1 lap to go on the stage. Oh, we're running out. Oh, God. Was this a terrible idea? We're going to find out. Oh, it's really dying. Oh, it's really dead. Oh, we're running out of fuel. Coming to the line. Are we even going to make it? Got to use the banking. Got to use the flat part of the track. Get a little bit of fuel pickup. We're going to cross the line at under 30 miles an hour, it looks like. Wow. Stage victory. Running out of gas. That's how it's done right there, boys. That's how it's done right there. And that is going to make the running order very, very strange indeed, as everybody is mad at me for that because they're all running into the back of me. Chastain was 2nd, so clearly, and Chastain's the only one on the lead lap, so outside of me, of course. And there you go, pit stop done. Now 3 cars are on the lead lap. Eric Jones also goes to the lead lap. Chastain now takes the lead because for whatever reason he decided to stay out. Here we go. Racing once again at Iowa Speedway. But that means Jones is all the way at the back. As we are going to have to pit under the green flag by the end of this race for certain. But now it's a battle with Ross Chastain for the lead. I bet you didn't expect to hear that today. As we take the lead just for a little while, and now I think we may have cleared him off of turn 4. Oh, that was a little bit of a scrape there. 29 to go. Still a lot of time left in this race as we pull around and now take a fairly commanding lead. Dive it off into turn number 3 and 4. It's really essentially 2 corners at short tracks like this. It's like, okay, turn 1 and turn 2. I do just find that interesting how it's like we call the entry to a corner on an oval turn 1 and the exit turn 2, even if it's just one corner, one long corner. As we pull off of turn 4, and Eric Jones is 5 seconds back. So clearly, at the moment anyway, Eric Jones is off of the pace just a little bit. Whoa. Nope, that was stupid of me. Really stupid of me. No. Well, we just gave a lot of people their laps back by driving terribly. Thankfully, I did not lose second place to Eric Jones. But now we have to work for it again because we have to pass Ross Chastain, who didn't pit under the yellow, so I would assume he's going to be in the pits very shortly. As we already have cars pitting, but that could be a car having trouble as we get run off the wall, and Jones is making his way to the inside and into me. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. So we got 5.4 seconds to make up on Ross Chastain. Oh, God almighty. I'm trying way too high of an entry just to try to do this. Well, I finally got it. Suarez is going to put me up in the wall. But there we go. Now we're getting the run. Oh, we got a car in trouble. Car in trouble. Yellow flag is out. And that is going to throw another monkey wrench into everything because now there's a lot of cars on the lead lap. We're going to repair everything, 4 tires and all that stuff. That means Chastain's going to be leading the race from Jones, Wallace, Keselowski, and myself. And as we wait for the yellow to sort itself out. So they threw a caution for Logano getting loose was what happened. Interesting. Okay, so we're back to 5th. Wallace on the outside. Jones is leading the race, which is concerning to me because Jones is very fast. Here we go. "20 laps remaining in this one. And now it's going to be a battle for the win. And we'll actually work our way underneath Eric Jones. Can we make that pass stick? No, we can't. Guidance Counselor Brad in behind. But we will slip to the inside and make the pass on Jones. Jones actually got a little bit spooked there, and he falls back behind Keselowski. So now 19 laps to go. And really got a good run into turn 1 there and off of turn 1. So that was very good. Dive it down nice and easy. Try not to hit the inside, please, David, or the outside wall for that matter. But it looks like Brad Keselowski really struggled off of turn 4, so again, we're having some good success here now. Jones has moved up into second again. Wallace back to third. Chastain, unfortunately for him, 5th. I suspect Chastain would have liked it to stay green, because that would have kept him in the running for the win. Now he's got to kind of battle everybody else, and that's not going to happen. As Logano comes back out of the pits after his struggles, trials, and tribulations earlier in the race. So good for him, I guess. So we dive it off into turn number 1, or turn 3 once again. And off of the corner we go. So I wonder how long it will take to lap cars here at Iowa Speedway, considering how packed together everybody seems to be most of the time at this track, which makes it very exciting for sure when you're running in the pack, but when you're running up here, it's like, okay, can we get some lappers going? I don't know who Kevin Whitaker is, but boy, he's got a lot of money just to put his name on the back of a car. Just be like, hey everyone, check out my name on this Xfinity car. This car working its way up the track. Tires starting to wear, of course, even though we changed them just recently. 14 laps to go. I mean, 6 laps. This is weird. This is a long race. I'm not complaining. I like Iowa Speedway. But it is a long race. Then again, like I pointed out earlier, I think it probably feels like a longer race because of the fact that I run 2 of the shortest races on the calendar for the Truck Series just recently with Eldora and Pocono. You know, this is a fairly short track. You'd think the race would be short, but it is not. It is fairly long. So we drive off of, or down the back straightaway. So, you know, I really wish I would have won Michigan now, because you think about it, we would have a perfect streak. But as it looks like, unless something truly spectacular happens in the next 12 laps, we will have this one in the bag. And yeah, so that'll be 5 out of 6 wins in the Xfinity Series. And I think as the chase is about to start for Xfinity, I don't think they're going to let me run any more Xfinity races, and I'm going to have to focus on the chase for the Trucks Cup. But that'll be all right. You know, it's going to be interesting, especially with the chase for the trucks. You know how that's all going to work out. I mean, I can already move up to Xfinity. I've already impressed enough people. I wonder if you win a truck championship, does that mean you can just go wherever you want for the next season? As we bounce off the wall. I also wonder if you could just stay in the trucks for an entire career mode. It's not something I want to do, but I'm wondering if it's actually possible to do. It'd be interesting to find out. So we dive it down. Still no signs of lap cars, which is interesting. We're pretty much all by ourselves. As we come to 9 laps to go, dive it down into the corner. Starting to get a little bit of understeer controller vibration, as to be expected, of course. And now on the throttle, up we go. Or up the track we go, I should say. 8 laps to go. Running in the center of the track. Not seeing anybody coming from behind, not seeing anybody up front. It's like a practice session. Oh, there's a car, and that is a very slow car, so clearly something happened up at the front of the pack. Oh, that's Logano. Oh, it's Coleslaw Custard, and he's going to spin in front of me. Okie dokie. Well, sorry, game. I'm sorry I asked for something exciting to happen, because it did happen. I'm not exactly sure why there's no caution for that either. So once again, clearly the patch did not come out, because that was shenanigans right there. Definite shenanigans. But at least he's gone by the time we got back around here, so we won't have to worry about Coleslaw Custard crashing us. No, we will. We will. I spoke too soon. There's another car stopped down here. It's the 40 car. Oh no. Everything's going wild. Okay, so don't run the bottom. Through 3 and 4 this time, David. Do not run the bottom. That is a bad idea. Is Coleslaw still down there? No, he made it into the pits. Finally, he made it into the pits. And I'm starting to see the back of the field finally. So that's a good thing with 4 laps to go. You can imagine all the coleslaw shenanigans probably spread the field out just a little bit. Or at least that's my guess anyway. So we dive it off and dive it back onto the corner. 3 to go. 3 laps. And now I'm starting to see all of the cars. But we are gonna probably finish the race before we actually catch up to the back of the field. But boy, is it a back of the field. There are cars everywhere. 2 to go. Can we pull off a victory here at Iowa Speedway? It's looking like it right now. We're going to be lapping the 40 car once again. Timmy Hill in trouble. The outside we go. No problem. Car stays in the groove. 1 to go here at Iowa Speedway. Trying to take our 5th Xfinity Series win. How crazy is this? Just a nice leisurely drive here in Iowa. Diving it off into turn 4 for the final time. And off of the corner we go. Checkered flag in the air, and we are going to win at Iowa. So, a win and a stage win. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. We lapped... Wow, Ryan Reed got up to 11th after crashing, so good on Ryan Reed. But Brendan Poole and William Byron and Coleslaw Custard, just a lot of people in a lot of trouble. As you see Ryan Reed's crash in the background. Yeah, that was an interesting race. That was an interesting race. So, let's head back to the race shop, see what we got to take a look at next. Oh, once again, I've forgotten that we have to celebrate a victory. I want to go home. I'm an introvert. I'm sorry. I don't do well at these kind of social gatherings. Oh, there I am. Nice suit, dude. Nice suit, bruv. And there I am, celebrating the victory. 5th win in 6 races in the Xfinity Series. Domination. So there you go. They're pleased with the top 15 finish. They're pleased with it. Okay, good for you, 51 team. Oh wow, Dale Jr. has tweeted at us. 10,000 fans, you're becoming a star. That's pretty awesome. Hashtag D Skywalker One Nation. You know, I wish you could use your real name. That would be kind of cool, but I guess they don't want us to use our real name. Whatever. Thanks, Dale. Dale Jr. does pay attention if you follow him on Twitter. He tweets at like guys who have done a good job, and that's kind of cool. So next, we're going back to Michigan. It's kind of been one of my bugaboo tracks. So hopefully we will be good in a truck in Michigan. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. We will see you at Michigan.